Good morning, Ann. Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. As you know, we like to do a lot of interesting articles over there at priceofbusiness.com on some practical business topics and how to help you grow your business. Recently, we interviewed Christopher Ritter on the topic of why are relationships important in sales. You can check that article out over at priceofbusiness.com. And Christopher is joining us here today. Christopher, welcome to the program. You are a professor in South Korea. I'm assuming it's South Korea. It says Korea. I can't imagine you're in the north. How are you today, Chris?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing very good. Tell us also, you also are involved with a company. Tell us a little bit about that company.
Actually, it's One Mean Dream. It's a website I designed a couple years ago. Basically, we provide tools and motivation and information to help people do the things they always wanted to do.
Awesome. And talk a little bit about what inspired that, and when did you start the website?
Well, I actually started it about 5 years ago. I was in Singapore. I was going to turn it into a pretty large company. I was basically in 2008, 2009 when the market crashed, and it was really hard to get funding, and timing was all off. And through some information from other people, I got this job in Korea, and it sounded like a good gig, so I took it up.
And what exactly are you doing in South Korea?
I teach at a university, Youngji University. I teach conversational English, and I also have a couple debate classes, and then some business classes.
How long have you been doing that?
It's my second year.
And is it an indefinite length, or is it for a specific time frame?
Well, I started and sold a couple companies, and basically I was just tired of the headache of all the government regulations and hiring people and taxes and insurance and regulations and just the 9-to-9 work schedule, and this opened up. So I'll probably do it for another 5 or 10 years. I really enjoy teaching. I like working with the young people. And the Koreans are, actually, they're great students. They're amazing.
I'm sure they are. But, whenever Asians of any sort move to the United States, they usually clean up whatever school they go to, and every academic honor or whatever honor, they always rank very highly. It's pretty embarrassing for us who actually are born and raised here to get cleaned up by people from other parts of the world. South Korea is an amazing country anyway, arguably the most technologically advanced country in the world, and what a great tell of two states. When you look at what absolutism did in the North and what really largely one of the most free countries in the world, one of the most free countries did in the South. It really is extraordinary when you think about it.
Yeah, one was heavily influenced by the Americans, obviously, and the other side by the Chinese and Russian communists, and the dichotomy between the two is incredible. I've been up to the border up there. I've been to the DMZ, and, it's amazing, but it's sad because they could have so much more, but the way the governments run and basically complete control. And, can't beat capitalism.
No, can't beat capitalism. Too bad we don't have more of it here. Talk a little bit about your article over there at priceofbusiness.com about the importance of relationship. Let's talk a little bit about that. Give me a sense of, first of all, it says here in the article that your clients have included international and regional banks, insurance companies, developers. This was the site you were developing. Are you currently actively working with clients, or are you working exclusively in academia?
Well, I sold the inspection company about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, and when I left Hawaii, I basically sold off a lot of my real estate holdings, and the One Mean Dream is not really a business. I'm doing it more just to encourage people to, many people talk about starting a business or talk about traveling or they talk about continuing education, but they never act on it. So the site was to help encourage people to basically give them the tools and information they need to reach their dreams and to accomplish any goals that they might have. So I also apply that into my teaching with the students. And I also have started a number of companies with other people. I've done a lot of business consultation over the years. And one thing I believe in focusing on is the human aspect of business and building strong relationships. If people don't like you, they won't hire you. It's as simple as that.
Yep, this is true. Relationship really does drive business. A mentor of mine, who's one of the most successful people I personally know, always used to tell me the three most important words in business are relationship, relationship, and relationship. What are some of your suggestions, based on all those thousands of phone calls you made that you talk about in the article at priceofbusiness.com? How do you cultivate that early relationship that could lead to business?
Well, the business I did, we provided services basically to people purchasing real estate or selling real estate. So we work with the banks, insurance company, brokers, realtors. So the ability to actually go in and meet these individuals and to talk to them face-to-face is a lot different than saying if you're selling pizza and your customers are coming in and you have a long line of clientele. In the service industry, you basically are a service provider, and you're providing services to people. And I found a couple things. One, most salesmen go in with the attitude, I'm going to sell them something. If they listen to this pitch and I could just get my foot in the door. I believe we should go into, that with in mind, but also to build a relationship, to get to know them as people. And because I got to go into people's offices, I usually look for telltale signs, pictures, plaques, anything that had their personal interest. And that's how I usually started, was talking about something that I noticed in their office, whether a plaque or award, and I got to know the individual, and then I did more of a soft sell. The harder sell came later because I would go back to these offices, I'd make these phone calls, I'd go into the insurance companies. So it took a lot of time. It took years and years to cultivate these relationships.
Yeah.
But like I said, when people like you, they'll hire you. And quite often I would walk into an office and they'd go, I have this client that's going to call you. They say, Chris, they have a question. Because I was always present, because I always made the rounds, and I got to know them as individuals, it kind of helped to just establish as being the go-to guy in the inspection, environmental services. We did a lot of due diligence for our clients.
Christopher Rither has been our guest today, and you can learn more about him over at priceofbusiness.com. Chris, thanks for being with us. OneMeanDream.com, that is his website. Enjoyed it.
Great. That was good to be with you.
When we come back, much more for you. Looking forward to that conversation right here on The Price of Business.